All you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning. It's the biggest week in 5 years in a political sense. In a few days, you'll know who will form the government at the centre here in India for the next 5 years. I'm Alex Matthew and this is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint. Today is the 20th of May and the start of what could be a big week for the markets. The exit poll results started trickling in yesterday evening and the consensus should be cheered by the markets. All 6 exit polls indicated a comfortable win for the National Democratic Alliance, which is led by the BJP in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. The unanimity in forecasts was underscored by 4 polls forecasting that the NDA will return to power with over 300 of the 542 Lok Sabha seats. The markets have been a little jittery over the past few weeks with murmurings that the Modi government might have to ally itself with other parties and form a coalition to retain power. One factor that the new government will have to contend with is the prospect of rising crude prices. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, met on Sunday and inched closer to continuing their existing production cuts till the end of the year. Apparently, fears of an oil oversupply outweighed apprehensions about geopolitical issues in West Asia. But the group has also been looking at a handful of scenarios, some of which would involve easing production curbs without changing the targets, according to the Wall Street Journal. Last I saw, Brent crude was trading above the $73 per barrel mark. It's a big up move in the recent days. It was trading at $70 not too long back. Talking a little more about rising US tensions with Iran, President Donald Trump warned Iran not to threaten the US or it will face ruinous consequences. In recent weeks, the US deployed an aircraft carrier to the Persian Gulf and withdrew some diplomatic personnel from Iraq after saying intelligence showed a growing threat towards US forces or commercial shipping by Iran or its proxy forces in the region. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia has said that it does not want a war with Iran but will respond with strength and determination if Iran decides to start one. Let's talk about some of the corporate news now. Bank of Baroda is considering rationalizing 800 to 900 branches across the country to improve operational efficiency following its merger with Dena Bank and Vijaya Bank. ILNFS has said that Japan's Orix Corporation, which owns 49% share in its 7 operating wind power plants, has expressed intent to buy the remaining stake in those assets. The 7 wind power plants in the form of special purpose vehicles and owned by ILNFS Wind Energy Limited are spread across 12 states with a total generation capacity of 874 megawatts. Reliance Capital, Anil Ambani's financial services company, has protested against a 3-step downgrade by CARE Ratings that puts its credit score just 2 notches above junk. In a statement over the weekend, the company said, and I quote, "There has not been any adverse change in the company's operational parameters and or any circumstances from the time of the last rating action just 4 weeks ago, and hence last revision is completely unjustified." End quote. Indian Oil Corporation's debt in the financial year 2018-19 rose by nearly a half, its biggest yearly jump in 13 years, to its highest level since listing, as the government is yet to pay subsidy dues. Take a look at that story in more detail on the website bloombergquint.com. Bharti Airtel's rights issue to raise 25,000 crore rupees was oversubscribed before it closed on Friday, according to its exchange filing. And finally, in international markets, equity markets in Asia have begun positively. 2 of the 3 early risers were trading and they were both positive, with the Nikkei in Japan higher by about 0.5%. I'm joined now by Darshan Mehta, who's going to tell you all about the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Darshan. Big up move predicted in the Indian indices today.
Hi, Alex. Good morning, everyone. Yes, you're right, Alex. While global cues are doing well, it's the SGX Nifty, which is up almost 250 points at this point of time, which will be the center of attraction today. In terms of numbers today, Tata Motors and BPCL will report numbers. These are the Nifty companies. While in terms of other results, it's HPCL, HEG, Glaxopharma, Astral Poly, Bharat Forge, Torrent Pharma, and United Breweries. In terms of numbers after market hours and over the weekend, strong numbers from Sanghi Industries, Shobha, PI Industries, Shree Cement, JK Cement, APL, Apollo Tubes, VRL Logistics, Purvankara. Stable set of numbers from EIL as well as Graphite Indias, while weak numbers from Jubilant Life, Corporation Bank, Khadim, Balkrishna Industries, Infa, and Thyrocare Technologies. Cipla received 0 observations from the US FDA after the post-approval inspection that was undertaken at the Indore plant. Bharti Airtel says based on preliminary information, the rights issue has been oversubscribed. Spencer's Retail to acquire 100% stake in Nature's Basket and the stake will be bought from Godrej Industries for 300 crores. Alchem Labs receives a Form 483 with 4 observations from the US FDA for the Baddi plant. NIIT completes transfer of its entire shareholding in NIIT Technologies to Hulst BV in an off-market trade and received 2020 crores. TRF to sell 100% stake in Dutch Lanka Trailer and 50% stake in Tata International for 167 crores. PNC Infratech receives the final arbitration award of 146 crores related to the Narela annuity project. And finally, DHFL in focus, Brickwork downgraded the credit rating for various instruments due to limited progress in building up liquidity, selling or exiting higher construction finance loans, and delays in announcing a strategic investor for DHFL. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website, bloombergquint.com, and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. And thank you all, as always, for listening in. Do remember, all the coverage of the markets, of business, and of course of politics is available on the website bloombergquint.com, so do check it out. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a lovely day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma, or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.